flying into Taiwan's capital in a visit shrouded in secrecy. One of America's most powerful politicians flying an extra long route from Malaysia to avoid interception over the South China Sea. Speaker Nancy Pelosi is the most senior US official to visit Taiwan in a quarter of a century, with hundreds of supporters flocking to her hotel in Taipei. Nancy Pelosi says the visit is a sign of the United States' unwavering commitment to supporting Taiwan's vibrant democracy and not a change in the US stance. Standing side by side with the Taiwanese president, widely despised by China's leadership, she stressed American resolve.
Today, the world faces a choice between democracy and autocracy. America's determination to preserve democracy here in Taiwan and around the world remains ironclad.
China has increased its bellicose rhetoric over the past few weeks in advance of this proposed visit, which actually has materialized now, of course. Chinese fighter planes buzzed along the meridian line between China and Taiwan last night and earlier today. And there are also military exercises being carried out in waters close to Taiwan, but not Taiwanese waters itself. There have been a number of economic sanctions as well. About 100 popular Taiwanese products have been blocked from imports to China.
Russia's Supreme Court has designated Ukraine's Azov Regiment as a terrorist group. Now, the decision may allow harsh sentences against the Azov fighters, who are now Russian prisoners of war. The Azov Regiment is a Ukrainian military unit with a far-right and nationalist background. It was the focus of Russia's claims about fascist elements in Ukraine. Many were involved in the months-long siege at a steel plant in Mariupol. Russian-backed separatists have called for them to be executed.
Nigeria is a country in a rush. Its Trans-Sahara gas pipeline that's been on hold for decades is now active. Africa's biggest oil producer wants to cash in on rising gas prices as Europe looks to reduce reliance on energy from Russia. Global prices of gas have soared in the wake of the war in Ukraine, with Europe accusing Russia of waging an economic war. Nigerian officials say many European investors who've been pulling out investments in fossil fuels here are slowly coming back. The country has proven reserves of 206 trillion cubic feet of gas. Now it's aiming to triple that in 8 years, as interest in crude oil is waning.
The South African police says they have arrested more than 40 men over suspected illegal mining in Krugersdorp outside Johannesburg, following reports of the gang rapes of 8 women and armed robbery of a video production crew. The suspects in the case are allegedly illegal miners. Authorities in Gauteng province say they have stepped up their operations against illegal miners in recent days, but none of those detained on Tuesday have been directly linked to the incident which outraged the Krugersdorp community, according to the police.
Summer getaway plans grounded again. After months of travel chaos and cancellations, British Airways has suspended the sale of domestic and European flights from Heathrow. And now Sky News understands it won't sell any new short-haul tickets until the 15th of August. The airline says it's in response to a cap on passenger numbers introduced by Heathrow Airport, which forced the cancellation of thousands of flights. The suspension of ticket sales will allow it to rebook those passengers affected more easily. After huge disruption, passenger numbers at Heathrow are almost back up to pre-pandemic levels. The problem is the number of ground staff working for airlines and baggage handling companies hasn't recovered as well and is still off by about 30%.